My first week with MPC software. How do I feel about it? Do I like it? Is it dope? Is it terrible? Is it everything that Akai makes it out to be? Is it worth upgrading to 2.15? Inquiring minds want to know. And you probably watched a lot of videos already, but you still watching another one. And I'm going to tell you what I think, man. What's going on, bro? It's your brother OTG. The OTG's for Overtime Grind. Hardly seen, but I'm always around. And today I'm playing a beat that I made in the MPC software on my Live 2. I recorded 8 different audio tracks of audio in from the Yamaha Seek track, using it as like a sound source. I utilized all kinds of instruments, like 4 different instruments. I utilized the trap mutes. I sequenced it out all on one track, audio and MIDI. I came back later on and recorded some more MIDI on top. And I wanted to give you my thoughts from a user standpoint, a power user, meaning that I really use my MPC all the time, every day, in a lot of ways. And would I recommend updating to the 3.4 software that's out right now? Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. Make sure you check the notification bell. So yeah, we have the MPC 3 software on the Akai MPC Live 2. And as you can see, if you've been watching the screen, I'm going through it, I'm showing you how many tracks there is. It's about 15 tracks, I believe, 13 tracks. 8 of those tracks are audio tracks that I recorded straight to a pad. One of my favorite features and new things that I like about, and it works pretty sturdy. It's pretty capable, you know. I wish that Akai would lift the 8 audio track limit now that we have direct streaming. And you could tell also in the beginning that I showed, with all of those tracks in, we only have 15% in the memory. And so, you know, we're running really well. I like the new channel strip mixer. You can see that right there. I used it a couple times. The stability was very good. I'd probably say in this week of me utilizing 3.0 or 3.14 or MPC 3 or whatever we want to call it, it crashed on me one time. And it was after I used the stems. I had flattened the pad, I had did some work, and it just straight crashed on me. Just started over and said, your MPC recovered from an error. You know, I really didn't like that. It made me a little bit nervous because I've never experienced that. Not in a long time, maybe not since 2.10. So the MPC's been running pretty sturdy, and that in itself, that one little glitch. But I know it's beta, bro. I get it. And as a beta, it's running pretty strong. I really like the black UI. You can see it very well. I like it a lot. I think it's very dope. I think it's clear, it's concise. I think the overall setup of it is actually built pretty well and pretty intuitive to what most people are looking for. And I think that you could still utilize your old school MPC methodology without having to really utilize the arranger window. You know, just because it's there, you don't gotta use it. And just because it is there, you can use it. You know, it's up to you. I think this mixer mode is very dope. Right now, I'm on the pad mixer, and so you could just see it's on the drum kit currently, and this is how it looks when you are mixing all of your drums pad for pad. What I don't like is the fact that I don't like the drum track. I still don't like that. Even though I played the mutes or I recorded the mutes in with automation, the MPC3 way, I still would have to go back in and possibly automate my actual pad mutes. And, part of the whole doing the mute thing helps you with your arrangements in a more fluid and less kind of manicured way, but more in a way that kind of vibes with the music. So, they say they could bring that back. There is a workaround with using MIDI channels and sending to the drum track. I got a video on that. A lot of people are saying it does the mutes, but it's not just the mutes itself. It's also how the drums are handled in a track and not being able to separate those drums. That is part of the issue. You can see the arranger window, so you can see that I added a bunch of different things on there. It's a bunch of music playing, and you can also see that by the way that it looks. I'm currently recording this pad and about to record this other hi-hat in. But you can see how it looks, that all of the pauses and different things you're hearing is automation of the mutes, because in the actual arrangement there's been no destructive editing happening. It's just playing different parts at different times, automated on the piano roll. I feel like overall MPC3 is extremely, I think it's sturdy, man. I think it's sturdy. I think that if you had a hard time learning the 2.15 or the old traditional method of the MPC software on your standalone device, or you have a certain workflow, do know that the change from how drums work now to how they work in MPC3, there is a change there. There is a change there. And there's some thought processes and things you're going to have to get around. Like, you might have to make a bunch of sequences. You might have to utilize song mode. You can utilize these MIDI tracks. You might have to go and utilize pad mutes, actual muting the pad inside the drum kit, if that's automatable. You might have to think about some different ways if you want to get your hands on the other tools and efficiency things. I think far as doing everyday tasks, they run about the same. I think that when doing the stem separation, MPC 3.0 runs just a little bit faster. I feel like this is the defining moment for Kai and for the MPC franchise, or whatever we're going to call it. This is one of those times where guys decided, like, hey, I'm going to stick with the MPC 2000 XL and I'm just going to rock out with that forever. Hey, I'm going to just rock with the MPC 3000 or the 4000, and that's what it is. Well, I kind of feel the same way with this Akai MPC3 software. I feel like this is one of those lines where guys might have these versions of MPCs and they say, hey, I just stopped at 2.15 and that's what it is. It works great. It does everything that I needed to do. It's got minimal bugs. They're still servicing some of it. Hey, I'm just staying right here. More power to you. Then there's the people who could definitely say, hey, I see the value in this. I see the value and the efficiency ways that it boosts my workflow. And in those ways, I know it might change X, Y, and Z of how I create, but I could still get it done with a little bit of elbow grease. And, for what it's worth, the efficiency gives you a little bit more time for the elbow grease. So I feel like it just depends on the person and what they're looking for and what they're trying to do. But overall, I like MPC 3. I think it's dope. I'm going to keep it on a couple of my MPCs. I'm still going to use the 2.15. I think that it'll be smart for a guy who's utilizing his MPC every day to wait until it's out and it's good for a long time, you know what I mean, and stable, and then you can come over there and start doing your work. I think there's things you should think about. Do you want to upgrade and possibly lose any of your old beats because you've updated them and they can't roll back? So out of all these different thoughts, I would keep that in mind. But I would definitely recommend, if you have another MPC or you're not scared to try to adapt, maybe you should go ahead and check it out. And remember, you can always downgrade. But like I said, in this video, you can see it under a strenuous work pattern, flow, and it handled it pretty well. It's your brother. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. I'm out.